You know that feeling, right? For so many of us, the day just doesn't start until that first cup of coffee. It's the ritual that gets our brains firing. But what if I told you that one tiny, everyday spice could turn that daily cup into a serious tool for better focus and mental clarity? Well, today, we're going to show you exactly what that ingredient is and the really cool science behind why it works. But let's be honest, we've all been there. You drink coffee to get dialed in, but an hour later, your mind is racing, your hands are a little shaky, or worse, you're heading straight for that dreaded 3 p.m. energy slump. It's this super frustrating cycle where the very thing you're using for focus ends up wrecking it. And this really breaks down that coffee conundrum perfectly. On one hand, you've got the promise, right? We want the alertness, the better mood, and yeah, even the long-term brain protection. But on the other side, you've got the problem, the jitters, the crashes, and that awful brain fog that follows. So the big question is, how do we get all the good stuff without the bad? Well, the answer isn't some expensive, fancy supplement or a complicated biohack. It's actually super simple, it's natural, and I'm willing to bet it's probably sitting in your kitchen cabinet right now. And there you have it, cinnamon. But as this quote points out, this is about way more than just flavor. Cinnamon actually changes how your body and brain handle caffeine. It helps stabilize your blood sugar and, this is the key, it improves blood flow to the brain. So let's dive into exactly how it boosts that flow.
Okay, so how on earth does a simple spice pull this off? Let's get into the science of it because it's actually pretty fascinating. It all comes down to how cinnamon boosts your brain's performance by improving something called cognitive circulation.
Cognitive circulation might sound a little technical, but think of it like the highway system for your brain. Your blood is the traffic, and it's carrying the two things your brain cells absolutely need to thrive: oxygen and nutrients. Better circulation means a wider, faster highway, getting more of those crucial resources where they need to go. And that efficiency, that translates directly to sharper focus and being able to recall things more quickly. So this slide lays it out perfectly, step by step. You add cinnamon to your coffee, and its natural compounds get to work. They essentially help open up those highways to your brain. This increased blood flow means more oxygen, more nutrients are reaching your brain cells. And the result isn't that jittery artificial buzz from caffeine alone. It's a feeling of clean, clear, and sustainable focus. But hang on, because better circulation is just one part of the story. Cinnamon also brings a few other key benefits to the table that all work together to create that calm, steady focus we're all looking for. Let's quickly run through these. First, it stabilizes your blood sugar, which is huge for preventing those energy spikes and crashes that lead to brain fog. Second, it fights oxidative stress. The source material called this rust for the brain, which is such a great way to think about it. And finally, and this one is a game changer, it helps calm the nervous system, which directly takes the harsh, jittery edge off the caffeine. And you know what the best part is? A little bit goes a really long way. We're just talking about a 1/4 teaspoon per cup. That's it. It is probably one of the simplest, most affordable ways to seriously upgrade your morning routine. Okay, so we've got the why and the how. Now let's talk about the fun part, actually putting this into practice and making it part of your daily ritual.
And getting started couldn't be easier. You can just stir it right into your finished cup of coffee. A really great method is to sprinkle it into the grounds before you brew. It infuses the flavor so well. Or, if you're a milk in your coffee person, try mixing the cinnamon into the warm milk first. It helps it dissolve better and gives you a much smoother taste.
And you know, there's a cool psychological benefit here too. The simple, intentional act of doing this, taking those extra 10 seconds, becomes a little ritual. And that ritual itself can signal to your brain that it's time to calm down, which can help lower stress hormones like cortisol that can actually hurt your memory over time.
So here's a simple challenge for you. Just try this for 1 week. And like the quote says, just pay attention. See if your mornings feel a bit clearer. Notice if your focus is steadier throughout the day. And check if that afternoon energy dip isn't quite so bad. That's the real proof that it's working for you. At the end of the day, our long-term brain health is really just built on the small, consistent choices we make every single day. And adding a little cinnamon to your coffee might just be one of the easiest and most enjoyable choices you can make. It's a tiny stir for a really big impact on your focus. So what small choice are you going to make tomorrow?